Welcome back to Bluebell Island for episode 11 with me, MrSealyp. The sugar beet harvesting is continuing over on field 9, and I thought I would get over here to field 17, which I started off in the last episode but needs finishing off in this one. I'm thinking of doing some windrowing to bring some of these rows together so it's less work for the baler and getting some square bales done today. I think that's what I'm going to do. I've got a full load of barley here which needs to go back. Actually, while I'm thinking of that, let's get the harvester carrying on. So 14,000 litres of barley. This I'll put into storage for the pigs, and then anything else I'll sell. Sugar beet price is not so good, so I don't know. I've put some in that barn for the pigs. I didn't really want to just store it anywhere. I didn't want to have tons and tons of sugar beet piled up. I might just sell it at whatever price it's at. The problem is, because the trailers are quite small, as soon as I sell one trailer load, the price will drop. But I suppose that's part and parcel, isn't it? But I'll make sure I've got plenty of this in storage. 14,000 litres should do for a little while. I will give a little bit to the pigs now to make sure that bit's filled. And it's only going to take a tiny bit, as far as I can tell anyway. I just having to get another one of those Joskin 3-point tippers. There you go, next to nothing. One for here and one for where the sheep pen is. Saves having to move them backwards and forwards, and all I've got to do is just drive a tractor to each one. Perfect. Right, back out to the field for the next load. Then we're always over to field 9, and I'll get rid of. I've got one full trailer of sugar beet, and the harvester's full again, so we're getting there. I've also got on field 16 that had the sugar beet in is now being ploughed. I've fertiliser sprayed, and that's now being ploughed, and that'll be ready for cultivating and seeding, which is just through there. You can just see the tractor just through there. So if I can get the zoom thing to work. Yeah, just to see the roof above the second lot of hedges. There we go. Anyway, right, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, nearly full grain tank again. I mean, this I suppose is a fair sized field for this map, but I can't believe how quickly this is filling up. And it's the wrong side again, isn't it? Of course it is. Why would I think any differently? Unless I get lucky and it gets to the end and turns around, but I doubt that very much. Oh, it might do, you know. It might do. Yes, you beauty. Right. So this will be finished very, very soon. Over to field 9. There is a lot going on. The Zetor crystal is waiting to fertilise the field once it's ready, which is going to be a little while yet. This is full, 17,500 litres, and that's full with 6,000. The last sort of 17,500 I put in the barn, so that's all in there. So let's look at prices, shall we? Barley, we're looking at 756 at the old docks. That's the best price at the moment, which means I need to actually back it up. Think. This way and then this way. Yes. Right. I will see you there momentarily. Okie dokie. So at the old docks, I know I keep referring to it as the port, but it is the old docks. We're not going to make a lot of money, but better than nothing. What do we make on that? 4,308 on 17,500 litres. Wow. Helper J's completed their task. That'll be field 17, barley harvest complete. I'll get this back over, get the sugar beet harvester on the go again. And then we're going to think about what we're going to do over here on 17. Oh, and actually, oh, it's finished, isn't it? It could be the ploughing as well. Yeah, ploughing's complete as well. Apart from that strip at the side, which I'll have to do myself. But they're all coming on really well. So in driving past and realising that the tractor for some reason hadn't done this last little bit, I'll have to do it myself. And I also realised something else, another error. That seems to be going incredibly quickly. Another error I'd made, which was this. When I went into, I was talking about selling barley and going to the old docks because they were paying 756. This is set on dollars again, isn't it? Because I was on West Ridge Hills. It needs to be back on euros or pounds, but anyway, it doesn't matter. And I had a whole trailer full of sugar beet, not barley. So I went to the old docks, and that, I suppose that was actually probably one of the better prices anyway. and sold sugar beet, which, yeah. I was looking at barley prices, selling sugar beet. Genius move, but anyway, moving on. So yeah, for those of you that were shouting at the stream thinking, what is he talking about? Why is he talking about barley when he's selling sugar beet? Because I'm an idiot and I wasn't really paying attention. Now, hopefully, that's that, but I did notice this end didn't seem to have ploughed particularly well. So I'm just going to go across the top, which I know is blasphemy. Call it a mini headland, whatever you want to call it, it's entirely up to you. But there were a couple of bits it didn't really plough up to the edge, so just making sure. Needs to be perfect. So that's done. And that should be field 16 ploughed. That's now ready for... I'm probably going to... What did I do originally? My fertiliser spread. Oh, I should have slurried, shouldn't I? Or I suppose I could do that next, if I wanted to. And then cultivate, and then seed, and then we're good to go. Yep, that's about all done. This will then need to go over to field... Where am I? 9, doing the sugar beet harvest. So I'm going to put this to one side here for the moment. And if I can remember which one it is, without doing them all at the same time, it's that one. And we'll hop out. Why I went over the bonnet, I've no idea. Right, so over to the barley field then. Okay, so this is done. Let's jump in here. Pipe out. Move this off the field. Just put that there. Where did I put the trailer? The Hurleyman... oh, it's the other end of the field, isn't it? Is it? I'm losing my mind. Just over the horizon. Actually, this feels a lot bigger than I thought. Ah, it's missed a load, right. Why does it keep missing the little corner of every single field? I just don't know. Back in this then. Very odd. Every field, for some reason, it just leaves a little bit. It won't do it. It might be because there are trees too close to the edge, maybe. Maybe every field down one side there's a tree that's too close, and it doesn't register a gap, so it won't allow it. I don't know. Oh, just going to leave some, isn't it? Right, I'll clear that, then come back and do that little strip. We'll unload into the trailer, and then we'll sell some barley rather than soybean. For a small farm, it's like I say a small holding. I suppose it's not technically, but compared to a lot of the other farms on Farming Simulator 17, it's a relatively small one. It's a very busy farm. There's a lot going on. Right, turn that off. Pipe out. I love all the squeaking sounds and creaking, and it's brilliant. $4,207 litres, in with whatever we had before. 8,600 was it? Not going to make me a millionaire, but it's better than a poke in the eye of a sharp stick, as my dad used to say. And that is that. Let's close up as well. And we are done. Right. This will all get tidied up later on. Let's just move that way for the time being. And jump out. Okay. This is going to be sold at the old docks. Love that hurleyman sound. Don't know why I didn't think to buy this in the first place. When bit of an afterthought. I'm thinking, did I mention this? I might go with the case 1455, is it? I might get one. I know I had one originally and I got rid of it. I might do. Unless any new modded tractors come out, any older looking ones. Oh, used the track completely, that was brilliant. Okay, right. Barley this time. The correct crop. $9,000, that's hard to see. 9,708. That's a bit better. Okay, this can go back then. I'll do all that, get the harvester away, and we'll get back over and finish off that sugar beet harvest. And then, actually the sugar beet harvest I'll do off screen. I did that in the last episode. I need to sort out this field. The bales and the straw swaths need to be sorted. Now, as promised, I've given the Bureau a bit of a wash, and the weight's now on the front, and I'm going to grab the windrower. Just hook this up. I've taken the cultivator over to field 16, we haven't started it off yet. The cultivator was one of the things there were problems with before the update. It would bounce and it was missing parts of the field. So now it's been an update. I'm curious to see if it's working better. So I'm not going to do it just yet, but I will do it. But as I said, this episode was supposed to be about sorting out this field and getting it baled. So far I'm just finishing off the sugar beet harvest and moving machinery around, so I will get this done. Now hopefully this will do 2 rows at a time. I think it will. Let's open it out. Should do. Should be fine. So let's turn it on. Drop it down. And again, it's one of those situations you think, well, it's a bit of a false economy, what's the point? We're going to go up and down with this, you might as well just go up and down with the baler. It's a fair point, but I just thought, in the interest of doing different jobs, and I guess farmers would do this in real life, of course they would. That's perfect on 2 rows. Luckily when we're doing grass, because we're using the massive Ferguson 885, it's a kind of cutter, windrower, all in one. Lovely job. Not going to be the straightest roads you've ever seen. I don't think you can hire a worker to do this. Oh, maybe you can. Ah! Didn't know you could hire a worker to do windrows. Let's see what it does at the end, shall we? be off a little bit. Yeah. Okay, well, it's interesting. And that is that. Windrowed. Now for the baling. I've grabbed the massive Ferguson 699, but haven't used it for a little while, so all the other tractors are busy or have things on. Oh, whoa, whoa. Let's break out the Krone. Our dirt cheap square baler. That only just about fits in there. Requires very, very little horsepower, which is bizarre. You can't imagine something that size. But let's open it up. Excellent. I'm anticipating quite a few bales off this. I got quite a few off the small field 11, I think, barley in the first place. Let's turn this on now. Drop the pick up. There's a little bit of straw there on the floor. Whole 2 litres. Straw baling. Off we go. I'm chucking these out. Nice. I have found this a little bit peculiar, the fact this is an open cab tractor, yet when you sit in the seat it goes quiet like you're in a cab. Now this is struggling up this hill. So whilst it says it requires very little horsepower, just a quick check. Under baling technology, where are we? Baling technology, it requires 115. Oh, that could explain why I'm struggling. I seriously picked the wrong tractor, haven't I? We're in. Where is it? The Series 600 without cab, which has got 95 horsepower. Well, I have to say, I'm impressed that it did that first bit. And it's just the hills it's struggling with, but it's still pulling. Why did I think, I mean, it is very low horsepower for the size of the baler, but I thought it was lower than that. I don't know why. Well, it's working. Probably putting horrendous pressure and strain on that PTO, but it's baling. Once it gets going again, it's fine. It's just on the turns and hills. It's obviously struggling a little bit. Oops. Try and keep the speed up. That went well. 3. Come on, can we have 4? No, back to 2. 3, come on. Yes. Right. I shall continue, as oft I do. And there we have it. Field 17 baled. Let's turn it off. Let's get those two out. And close that up. Considering how underpowered that is, it shouldn't have been doing that. Especially two-wheel drive. Never mind. Let's see how many bales we got from that session. Where are we? Created bales, 26 in that session. That's not too bad, 26 off that field. That will keep us going for a little while. And the field is baled. So that is the end of this episode. I did say I was going to get that field windrowed and baled, and it has been done. Little Massey Ferguson 699 did a cracking job on that. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it interesting. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. Plenty more to come from Bluebell Island. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. As always on my videos, thanks for watching.